Well, good evening, everybody, and thanks for tuning in to Calling All Creatures tonight. Unfortunately, I have had to cancel the Coyote podcast for tonight, and I've rescheduled it for September. So we won't be doing a podcast tonight, and please tune back in September when I have that podcast rescheduled for. I do apologize again. We just had kind of a little snafu with getting my guest on for tonight, so I do apologize. I know it's kind of short notice, letting you guys know tonight. I did post it on the Facebook page, I think last week. So if you guys follow the Facebook page, you would have seen the posting there. Anyway, I just wanted to pop on here real quick just to let you all know that I did have to cancel it, and I'm very sorry. And also, just to, kind of put the word out yet again, I'm always interested in hearing from you guys. I'd like to know, what you think of the podcast. I'm kind of hoping that I've gotten the sound issue a little more under control now, so that you don't hear me really crackling and reverberating and sounding just horrible, and still hear my guests. So hopefully we've got that back under control now. Anyway, I'd like to hear from you guys. I'd love to hear your thoughts, your comments, what you think about the podcast. Am I doing an okay job? Do you not like it at all? Anything, would be great to know. If you guys want to drop me a message, you can leave me a message on the Calling All Creatures Facebook page, or a comment, something on there under a podcast that you may have liked. You can always drop me an email at calling all creatures, all one word, 19 added on the end, at gmail.com. So calling all creatures 19 all together at gmail.com. I am also on Instagram. You can find me on Instagram, and I did leave X, and pretty much that's it. Facebook and Instagram. So you guys can also, catch me on Instagram and message me if you'd like. But I'd love to hear any ideas you have for, animals you might like me to have someone come on to talk about. I will try to, get a guest if I can to talk about certain animals. I've actually been watching some documentaries. I don't know if many of you watch NBC or Peacock, and they just had the Americas on with Tom Hanks narrating, which was really pretty cool. I just got done watching the first season, and some of the animals that they had on there gave me some really cool ideas of animals that I'd really like to maybe find out more about. So I'm going to see if I can find out more about some of these animals and get these people that, research them or know about them on the podcast and tell us more about them. There were some pretty cool ones. This lizard that jumps from the top of a really tall tree, and it uses its legs and its tail as a rudder and stuff to steer where it's going. That's the word I'm looking for, steer. To steer where it's going, to land on the fern beds at the bottom of the forest looking for a mate and another place to live and stuff like that. It was really kind of cool to see this little tiny lizard flying through the air using his tail as a little rudder. So, all sorts of really good. A blue-footed, oh my gosh, I can't even think of the name of that one. It was a bird on an island known as a blue-footed bird. I have to rewatch the program so I can get the actual names of some of these animals. But oh my gosh, it was kind of cool, and I would really love to maybe find someone to talk more about, the different whales, like the humpback and the sperm whale and the blue whale and stuff like that. Some of those really large whales I think would really be cool. So anyway, getting off track here. So guys, please shoot me something. Let me know, what you guys may like to see. Did you see an interesting animal that you would like to maybe get on the podcast to learn more about? I'll be happy to do that. Do you know of a product or something like that that's come out that you're kind of interested in that you think would be good for our pets? Let me know. I'll check into it. So anyway, again, feel free to either go on Facebook and drop me a message or a comment or something, or shoot me an email, and I'll check into getting it. So if you have any ideas, I'd appreciate it. I think even here on Spreaker, if you guys come on here to listen to my podcast. You can log in and you can leave comments and things like that as well on here. Same with my YouTube channel. I've got, where I'm on YouTube as well, and I think the same thing. You can leave comments and stuff like that on YouTube. So anyway, I'd appreciate any input that you guys would like to give, good or bad. Either way, I mean, if it's, you don't like it and you let me know and I need to change something, I will try to fix things. So, all right, everybody. Before I get off of here, I am going to let you all know about the next podcast that I do have coming up. So, May 29th, I'm going to have John Reader on with me. I think it's Reader, might be Writer. The Bubble Man. John has bought a bubble business, and he has been making bubbles for kids, the glow-in-the-dark bubbles, wedding bubbles, but he's also branched into the pet world, and he makes bubbles for pets, for our dogs and cats. Who knows, maybe even some of the other pets that we have like the bubbles. I don't know, maybe we'll find out more when we talk to John. So he's going to be on May 29th, so that's going to be a fun podcast. Hopefully you guys can come back and join me for that one. And then on June 12th, I'm going to have Mark Rollins on with me. Mark is an author, and he has wrote a book called The Word of Dog. I am actually reading it right now. And Mark kind of approaches dogs living their lives, and kind of compares it to how humans live their lives. But he throws, I guess you might say, a philosophical outlook into the whole mix. Talking about some of the, philosophers and some of the ideas that they had about, whether you're cognizant of your life or not, and whether you understand that, that you're actually, alive and you're doing things, whether our dogs actually understand, empathy or sympathy or not, or whether that's just something, that we kind of put onto them, those kinds of things. He talks about several different philosophers and some of the ideals and stuff that they had about living and the concept of living and things like that. And then kind of, talks about how dogs do things and live. And so kind of, puts it all together there in a mix. So it's kind of like a whole philosophical outlook on how dogs live compared to, I think basically humans live, and how we all regard life and things like that. So I think that'll be a really philosophical discussion. Anyway, so hopefully you guys will be able to tune in. Oh my goodness, I can't talk this evening. Hopefully you guys will be able to tune in for that one. Again, Mark Rollins, The Word of Dog. And I'll just go ahead and tell you the last one in June is going to be on the 26th, and we're going to be talking about this little animal that's out there that many people don't like to encounter, because if they do and they scare that little animal that happens to be black and white, they tend to spray, and they're stinky when they spray. Yeah, we're going to be talking about skunks, guys. So I'm kind of looking forward to that, though, because after doing animal control and stuff, I've seen some really, I'm going to be honest, I've seen some really pretty skunks with the patterns and stuff they had on their backs and tails. Anyway, so we're going to be talking about skunks. I just aptly named the podcast Black, White, and Stink All Over. Julie McLaughlin from Indiana Skunk Rescue is going to be on with me to discuss skunks and everything skunk and stuff like that. So hopefully you guys will be able to come on back and, like I said, join me for these next few podcasts. June 12th, Word of Dog, Mark Rollins. June 26th, Black, White, and Stink All Over with Julie McLaughlin. And of course on May 29th with John Reader, the Bubble Man. So again, let me apologize for having to cancel tonight, but I hope you guys go out and enjoy your weekend. Memorial Day is not too far away. I don't think I have a podcast till after Memorial Day weekend, so I hope you guys enjoy your Memorial Day weekend. Stay safe. Don't get into any trouble. Don't be driving and drinking and things like that. You all know better than to do that stuff. So go out and enjoy, though. Have some good barbecues and and have fun with friends, but stay safe while you're doing it. And with that, I'm going to jump off of here. I hope you all have a great night and a great rest of your weekend. Bye now.